Okay, so I just got back from IHOP maybe like what time is it? It's 2. Maybe like 2 hours ago. And I was really thinking about like something else that I want to do because I want to give some people knowledge, especially like turning 18 and everything. And I feel like up to this point, I've been through like a lot in like my life. So I have 18 things that I've learned up to this point. So anybody that's turning 18 or is 18, y'all might be able to relate to what I'm about to tell y'all. So the first thing and the most important thing that I've learned up to this point, I have nothing and everything I do is pointless without God. And the reason why I say this is because God is the creator of all things. Essentially, if we have a desire for something, depending on what it is, because some niggas, they want to be drug dealers and shit. Like, that's not from God. But like, if you actually have something that is like legit, like a dream, and it really depends on what you want to do it for. If it's for money or fame, if it's for things like that, it's probably not from God. But if it's something because you want to better the world, or you want to inspire other people, or you want to bring people closer to God, or you want to just help people, and it's just something where you just cannot stop thinking about, it's from God. But on top of that, you can take that dream that God has given you and you can turn it to something where it's only benefiting yourself. Like for me, like I know my clothing brand, I know Purpose, it was like a way for me to express myself through clothes. But at the same time, as I grew in my purpose and as I grew Purpose like itself, I started to realize that like my brand is way more than clothes. It's way more than just looking good. It's like, I just want to build like a community with it. You know what I mean? And I just feel like everything that I try to do and God isn't in it, it always falls. But every time I do something and God is in the picture, it just grows exponentially. And then also, God is a foundation. He's the rock. I don't want to do anything in my life if God is not the center of it. Another thing too, control the controllables. Oh, that's number 2. Number 2, you gotta be able to control the controllables. Now me, I'm the type of person where I want to do everything. Like I want to get everything done as quick as possible. Even things that are not in my control, like I'll stress over it. But I feel like I've been getting really good at just controlling what I can control. And the things that I can't control, just do it to the best of my ability. And that's really it. That's all you can do. Anything else, you're just gonna overwork yourself in something that's not gonna work out because it's not in your control. My biggest thing was I wanted my brand and I wanted to have a certain amount of money and I wanted to do certain things by the time I was 18. So I'm like, okay, I'm 18. I'm gonna be legally responsible for myself. Like I need to be at this point, this status, be able to do this. And I'm 18 and I mean, I've achieved some of those things, but like every single thing I wanted to achieve, I didn't achieve by 18. And I mean, I'm 18 right now and I'm chilling. I'm good. Like I'm cool. So all those late nights just stressing and everything like that, it really meant nothing because I'm cool. I'm chilling, bro. You know what I mean? Like I'm not out on the street. Like I'm not kicked out. I'm not anything like that. Like I'm cool. I'm still in a good position. But yeah, don't overstress yourself and make sure you just control the controllables. Control what's in your control. And if you can do that to the best of your ability, you'll be good. Comparison is a thief of joy. Do not compare yourself with other people. Don't do that. Do not compare yourself with other people because what starts happening is whatever that thing that was for them, you start to associate your calling and what's for you with that, and that might not be what's for you. And even if it is, it's not for you right now. And I feel like that was a huge thing. That was a huge thing for me, was just not comparing myself and just trying to be better with what I have, you know? Make the best of what I have. You really gotta humble yourself because just because you see somebody else having something, you feel like you deserve to have that too. But it's like you gotta put in the work to get that. You gotta have the knowledge to get there. And then also, to be honest, you never know what that person could have did to get to that point because I used to compare myself with other clothing brand owners on Instagram and TikTok and everything like that. Sorry, that was my cousin. But yeah, I used to compare myself to a lot of people on social media. One thing you gotta understand is that social media is fake. Everything on social media is fake.
Oh my God.
Shiloh, you're mad loud. Sorry. Anyways, everything you see on social media is fake because, bro, people only post like the highlights of their lives and you're comparing your life, your ups and downs to that person's highlights. To be honest, you don't know what somebody could have did to get that dream car, get that penthouse, get that mansion, make all that money, get that girl. You don't know how she acts. All you know is that that's that person's girl and she looks good. So you think you gotta have somebody that looks like that. But you don't know how they treat that person. You don't know their mental health. They could be, they could have a whole bunch of money, be financially free, and deep down they want to kill themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really like that. It really be like that sometimes. One thing I learned to do is just not compare myself with other people. And I actually seen this thing on Instagram. I think it was like, what the devil has for somebody else, don't compare that to what God has for you. Because somebody might have gotten famous, rich, whatever, at 16, 17 years old, which is the people I was looking at. And you don't know. They could have sold their soul to the devil. They could have got that because that's what the devil had in store for them. But me, I'm over here like, damn, like, I'm their age. Why can't I do the same thing? Why do I, why am I not at that point? And it's like, you can't do that. You just got to know what you got to do, what you got to work on, and know that God has something for you. I already know God has something for me. And all the plans that I have for myself, God has something 100 times more than what I want. I just got to lock in and just let him take the wheel. Let him be in charge. So comparison, I stop comparing myself with people. Do things because you love them, not because of money. You don't want to be in a position where you're doing something just because of money. I feel like that's kind of what I was with my clothing brand at first. And that's probably why I didn't take it so serious until like a year after I made my clothing brand, because one, I was a boxer at the time, and then two, I was just looking at it as like a money glitch, not as a business. When I really started to design my own stuff, like draw things out and really like learn the business and everything and just how it can benefit me in my life and other people, and just seeing like all the other things that come with it, like the creating content, the creatives, just things that make a clothing brand, I just really started to love what I did. And I really started to love and cherish what I built. So do things because you have an interest and you love to do, something that you love to do, not because you feel like you have to do it, or you feel I'm doing this because of money. It's gonna pay the bills. It's gonna make me rich, because ultimately you're gonna lose. Even if you do make that money, even if you do get big status or something, you're not gonna be fulfilled at all. You're not gonna feel accomplished. What you're gonna want is more. You're gonna want more and more and more and more because you're not fulfilled, you're not happy. So do things because you love them, not because of money. Number 5, as a man, I need to make sure I'm always in control of my emotions. Now, me, like a year ago, I wouldn't say I would lash out, but if something bothered me, trust me, I would say something. And I wouldn't say it politely. And I might let my emotions get the best of me. But I feel like in the past year, just certain people that I've been dealing with, I started to realize that when you let certain people get you out of character, essentially you're giving them control over you and over your emotions. And I want to stay in control of my emotions. I want to stay in control of me, especially places that I want to go. The amount of success that I want and the amount of success that I'm striving towards, I need to be the type of person to where nobody can get in my head and nobody can control my emotions to make me do something stupid that'll mess up everything that I work hard for. That can go with anything. That can go with, that can be with family. As I was saying, as a man, you gotta, not even just a man, just as like a person in general, you don't want to be in a position to where you have to live with the fact that you let somebody get you out of character and you did something stupid and now you gotta pay the consequences. And they're out, they're fine, they're chilling, bro. Like, they don't care because you did the thing that was stupid. They don't gotta pay for it, you know what I mean? So just always make sure you keep your emotions in check. It's very hard, it's a very hard thing to do, but as you like constantly try to build that skill, it will progressively get easier and easier and easier. Another thing, number 6, I want to make sure I am a good person to everybody, no matter what they did to me or how bad they did me in any sort of way. And what I mean by that is I just want to be a forgiving person, not only because of them, one, because the Bible says forgive, and I try to live my life as close to the Bible as possible. Even though I'm 18 and I barely begun to live life yet, and there are certain things I am struggling with. Like, I do cuss a lot. this is like, that's like probably like the hardest thing I'm trying not to do is cuss. I cuss a lot, I do, but it's like I'm actively trying to stop. And it's just certain things I'm trying to stop doing, you know? I didn't master it yet, but every day I just try to strive to be better. But regardless of what anybody else has done to me or what anyone has done, whether it's a girl that I'm talking to, a friend, family member, doesn't matter, business partner, it does not matter. I just want to make sure that I'm able to forgive that person. It doesn't mean I'm going to forget what they did, because once you forget what somebody did, then you're just giving them another opportunity to do that thing to you again. But one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to hold grudges. I don't want to have hatred in my heart towards anybody, because I don't wish death on anybody. I don't wish anything bad on anyone. So why would I hold a grudge? It just doesn't make sense. Just as people in general, just like as a human race, I just feel like the world would be so much better if people would just forgive. Just regardless of what happened. I'm not saying like be buddy with that person, but just even if you got to keep your distance. But like when you hold a grudge on somebody, ultimately that hurts you more than it hurts them. Believe it or not, you're hurting yourself more because you constantly think about that thing. You're constantly upset about that thing. You don't want to let that thing go. Just let it go. It's just extra weight. It's just extra stress. And ultimately it just goes against what God wants. I just want to make sure I don't grow up to be the type of person where I hold grudges on people. I just want to live the type of life where someone can do me wrong, and if I see him in public, I'm mature enough to be able to give them a handshake. Or if they was to call me up stressing out over something or they needed help, I wouldn't think twice to help them. Doesn't mean I'm going to give them another opportunity to hurt me like how they did, but I just want to be the type of person to where I can be there for people regardless, you know? Number 7, be patient. Be patient. Nothing happens on your time. Everything happens on God's time. And the more you try to make it your time when it's not, the more you're just gonna hurt yourself. Because one, when you hold yourself to deadlines, and everything I'm saying in this video is literally things that I've learned. I didn't chat GPT things to say like, no, this is literally like life experiences. When you push something in a certain time frame that is not for you, you're gonna end up hurting yourself. Whether that's disappointment, or you're gonna rush into something and try to get it done and just mess up because you're going too fast, or it doesn't matter what it is. Don't hold yourself too much to a certain time period of when you need to do certain things. Of course, it's nice to have goals, but don't have those goals or that time frame be so set in stone where you feel like you messed up if you don't make it between this time and that time. Just know that as long as you stay consistent and just be patient, then things will work out till you record. But you just have to keep your head up and just stay patient and just have faith that whatever it is that you're striving towards, it will happen. To be honest, I was over here stressing out about how I was gonna get this camera, the one that I'm currently recording on, because I'm like, yo, I can do so much on YouTube. I could do this, that, and the third, and I want to do content creation, and I want to have it before my birthday, so then that way I can record on my birthday, and that way I can record on Christmas, and that way I can do this, that, and the third. My homegirl, her birthday's coming up, and she's doing like an Airbnb type of thing. I'm like, yo, I want to be able to record at her birthday thing. About like a month ago, I was like, you know what? I really want this camera, but you know, I'm just gonna control the controllables. I'm gonna work hard. If I get it before then, I do. But if I don't, I don't. I'm just gonna keep working hard, because the grind don't stop no matter what it is, no matter what the odds are. The grind don't stop. I'm just gonna keep working, keep grinding, keeping God first. And I'm gonna just have faith that one day I will get that camera. Yo, my pops got this camera for me on my birthday, and it's just a blessing. You know what I mean? And that was because I was patient. Patience is a very important thing. Patience is a virtue. If you're patient, you'll be good. Just don't get impatient. That's all I'm saying. Just don't get impatient, and just know that everything that you do want to achieve and everything that you do want to accomplish, it will happen if you have patience. Number 8, you gotta put yourself first, man. That's something that I kind of been struggling with. Like the last couple girls I was talking to, like my junior year, I was talking to this one girl. Basically, I put my feelings on hold. I basically put everything on hold just to make sure that she was good, that she felt that she was valued. And I wasn't putting myself first or taking account for how I was feeling. And I was just like, no, like I can handle it. I can do whatever. Like, even though my feelings aren't being valued, I can handle it though. I just want to make sure that she's good. Now it's just like, we not even together no more. So it's just like all of that was for what? all that stressing out, all those arguments was for what? I would have saved so much time if I would have just said, you know what? I'm putting all this effort into her. She's not reciprocating that same energy into me. Even though I've been communicating that with her time and time again, it just doesn't change. She doesn't care. I'm gonna put myself first. I'm gonna get out of the situation and I'm gonna love myself, because obviously how I'm loving her, she doesn't appreciate it. So I'm gonna take the energy, I'm gonna pour that back into me. It took me, we were dating for, I think 9 months or whatever, and we're not together now. So it's just like all that was for what? Same thing that happened pretty recently. I just cut a girl off recently and it was basically the same thing, but I look back on my last relationship and I was like, you know what, this is starting to become a repeat, and I cut her off and I put myself first, and I just feel like that was the best decision I could have made dealing with that person. You know, I didn't yell, I didn't scream, I didn't do anything. I just simply was like, you know what, as a man, I value myself, I know my worth, and I know that what it is that you're putting me through, I don't have to deal with that because I'm not putting you through that. And it's not even like a thing where she was trying to work on it. It was just like, this is just how it's gonna go. I'm like, nah, put yourself first. And the same thing goes with my brand too. Sometimes I put my brand before myself Sometimes I'll go off of like 15 hours of sleep throughout a whole week. I'm trying to tell you, bro, like sometimes I will stay up all night and only get like an hour or two of sleep every night for like a week straight, because I just want everything to be perfect. I want this, I want that, I want that. And then it was just like, I'm putting so much effort into this brand that in retrospect, I'm kind of treating that brand like I love it more than myself. And that's not true, because my brand needs me to survive. Purpose needs Leo Holland so that purpose can survive. Leo Holland doesn't need purpose to survive. You just gotta look at certain things in that way. Whatever it is that you're stressing about, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, or whatever it is that is taking your mind off of yourself, you gotta really look at it like, do I love this thing more than myself? And the answer should be no, unless if it's God. I put God before myself all day, every day. But put yourself first. Number 9, goals and aspirations don't mean anything if you're not happy. I'm not gonna lie. I want a Mercedes-Benz GLE 63. I want a Lamborghini Urus. I want an SVJ. I want a GT AMG. I want a 2-story high-rise penthouse, either Miami, ATL, or Houston, maybe Dallas, who knows? Those are things that like I really do want. But one thing is that I would not want any of those things if I was not happy, because I feel like it's worse when you have all those things and you're not happy, because now what else can you get to sort of try to get that fulfillment? You already have everything that you want and you're not fulfilled, so what else do you do? I feel like all those things are just add-ons to your happiness. And I honestly told myself, like, I'm 18 or whatever, I don't want to talk to no females. I just want to lock in on God, myself, and my happiness and my business. That's it. I feel like as an 18-year-old, as a young man, I just need to make sure my priorities are straight, keeping my priorities number 1. And all the distractions and everything, all the girls, all the everything else, that can wait. Because essentially, when I work on myself and I work on things that I need to work on, eventually I'm gonna find somebody who was on the same thing, that locked in on what she needed to do. We're just gonna attract each other. Same thing with people. If I lock in on myself, those people, those groups of people, that friend group, those acquaintances, those business partners, they're all going to be attracted to me, and I'm going to attract them because I'm focusing on what I need to be focused on. I'm keeping my priorities number 1. Number 10, there's a difference between working hard and overworking yourself. Like I just said, I used to literally go through the whole week with 15 hours of sleep, and I would kind of do that consistently. You have to understand, whatever it is that you can control, like I just said, control the controllables. Whatever it is that you can control, make sure that you do that to the best of your ability. Don't overdo it. Because what I would do is, my goal for today was to finish 1 task. Okay, I finished 1 task. Now I gotta finish every single task that was on my list. No, because you're gonna get burnt out. It's bad when you're in a field where you have to stay consistent, like creating content or having a clothing brand. It sucks when you have to stay consistent and you're burnt out. The overworking comes in. So just create a goal for yourself, work towards that goal, achieve that goal, and just enjoy the achievement, you know? Take a rest day. Take a day, go get a haircut, go out, go see a movie. Don't overdo it. Don't overwork yourself. It's different when you can do multiple tasks and you don't get burnt out, and it's just a way for you to get things done and you're cool. If you can do that, keep doing what you're doing. But as someone like me, I will overdo it. Like I will finish every task on my list, make another list and get all that shit done. Then make another list and get all that done. Make another list and get all that done and try to do all of it in one day, in one sitting. And I feel like if I don't do all of it in one sitting, then I failed for the day. Like that's what you don't want to do. Do the things that you need to do at your own pace is what I'm basically trying to say. Number 11, this was actually something I thought about a couple days before turning 18, was just really thinking about the things that matter the most. Because I feel like from ages 16 and 17 were rough years. And it was really me just overthinking or stressing about things that just didn't matter. I was really thinking like, okay, I don't want 18 to be like that. I'm literally going into my manhood right now. And from this point on, I'm going to be a man for the rest of my life. So as a man, what are things that are important to me and that I want to cherish in my life? Those things was my friends and my family in my relationship with God and myself. Those four things are, I feel like, the most important parts of your life is your relationships with people. My relationship with God, I gotta keep that number one. The relationship I have with myself, me loving myself, me knowing what I bring to the table, me knowing that it doesn't matter what anybody says about me, no matter what the odds are, I'm always gonna bet on myself because I know what I'm capable of. My family, my mom, my dad. I only have one dad, only have one mom, I only have one brother. My grandparents are getting any younger. So it's just really cherishing the things that, I don't even know how to say it. Cherishing the things that we kind of take for granted that we would be sick if we lost. Like if I lost my relationship with God, I'd be sick. If I was somewhere, I didn't have a good relationship with myself and I was somewhere depressed and just not myself, I would be sick. If I lost a relationship with my family, like my mom, my dad, my grandparents, my brother, like anybody in my family, I'd be sick. Friends, especially because my friends, we go back. Like
my man's first 16 years, we made it. Not past a decade, that's mad.
No, that's crazy.
And like me and my friends, we go hard for each other. So I have like a very small friend group of people, but if I lost even one of those friendships, I'd be sick. You just gotta really understand what you have and just cherish it, and making sure those things are solid. And then secondary to that is my business, which I feel like my relationship to my business is kind of around the same place, but the relationships are like right here. The relationships are right here. My brand is right here because my brand is something that I built, something that I really feel I can make the world a better place with. And honestly, content creation is kind of with my brand too, because I've been trying to get consistent with content creation. But this DJI Pocket 3 is gonna make things so much easier, which I really don't have no excuse but to stay consistent. My personal life and my business life are things that I want to keep right here. My relationships, my business. I feel like that's good. And then everything else, like the cars, the houses, the materialistic things, the jewelry, everything like that. You can't take any of that stuff with you. The money, you can't, after you die, you can't take any of that stuff with you. So it's nice to have. It's for the living, It's nice to have when you're alive, but you just want to make sure that when you are alive, you don't prioritize those materialistic things because they will not have your back. I know certain people, if you was to steal their chain, they'd probably kill you. You know what I'm saying? They'd kill you over their chain. But it's like, if somebody did something to you, does your jewelry have your back? Does your car have your back? You know what I'm saying? It's just material. Number 12, being grateful. That is something that I feel like everybody, I don't think there's not one person in the world that at one point didn't take something for granted. Regardless of what it is, you can be having a bad day. Always remember your worst day is somebody's best day. There's always someone out there that's doing worse than you. Yo, I'm breathing. My family's breathing. My friends are breathing. My dog, she's breathing, she's alive, she's healthy. People that I love, they're breathing, they're alive, they're healthy. I have 2 cameras now. I have a Sony ZV-E10 and now I have a Pocket 3. Like, I'm thankful. Some people don't even have a phone. Some people want to do content. Some people don't even have an iPhone, So I'm just very thankful for everything that I have. I had 2 surgeries and I came out every single one stronger. I'm thankful for that. Up to this point, I've gone through life. I've gone through 18 years of living and I've woken up every single day of my life. And I hope to see another 18, and then another 18 years, and another 18 years. Both my parents are alive. Both my grandparents on both sides of my family are alive and they're healthy. I have people that have my back. It's just, I'm very grateful and I'm very fortunate to have everything that I have. So I just feel like sometimes we just gotta take a step back and just look at everything that we have and everything that we've accomplished, everything that we've overcame, and just hold that to the heart, you know what I mean, and just be thankful and just thank God that he allowed everything that is going on and everything that we've overcame, that we was able to come out stronger on the other side and we was able to receive all these blessings, you know. This is kind of coming from like a Christian standpoint. How I've been looking at certain things thus far is realizing that I am a owner of nothing, but I'm a steward of everything that I have. And basically what I mean by that is everything that I have is borrowed. My life, my body, my voice, my eyesight, my sense of smell, my hearing, my camera, my new camera that I just got 2 days ago, my other camera, my car, everything is borrowed because God can take it all away in a split second. But I'm thankful that I'm a steward because when you wake up every morning, that is God basically telling you, I'm not done with you yet. When that happens, he's investing into you every single time you wake up, every single time you overcome that issue, every single time you receive that blessing. God is investing into you and the type of person that you are because he loves you and he believes in you. So I want to live life being grateful for what I have and having the mindset to where God invests into me every day. And every day I want to give God a return on his investment. I want to make sure that God is getting more than what he blessed me with. Because with this camera, I mean, like, yo, my pops something could have happened to where I couldn't have got this camera. It could have been sold out everywhere. It could have been discontinued where I would never be able to get this camera. But God knew that I want this camera and that I've been patient and my dad was able to bless me with a camera. God let that happen because he wanted to invest that into me. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go crazy with this camera. I'm going to go stupid with this camera and I'm going to give God a return on his investment, if that makes sense. Just think about it like that. These are for my dudes, man. Especially if you're young. Leave these girls alone, bro. Stop chasing after these women, dog. Stop chasing after these girls, bro. Stop chasing after, especially the ones that don't want you. It's embarrassing, bro. Like, bro is set, my nigga. Like, why I'm saying that is because I feel like as young men, and just especially if you want to go somewhere in life. Look, if you don't want to go anywhere in life and you just want to party and drink, have sex with a whole bunch of women, I mean, hey, it's your prerogative. I wouldn't suggest living like that, but hey, bro, it's your life. Do what you want. But I'm talking to the people that actually want something in life. Leave these women alone, bro, and just focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Focus on your goals, focus on God, and let God mold you into the man that he wants you to be. When you allow God to mold you into the person that you want to be, you're going to attract that girl or that woman that is going to be on the same type of timing as you. And it's not going to be on no BS because 9 times out of 10, God was molding her. So God was molding you to be with her, and God was molding her to be with you. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at certain things. That's why I told myself, especially after this one, boy, boy, I told myself, because I can say this confidently because I have trust in my Lord and Savior. But I just know that if I just let God mold me into the person that I want to be, that he wants me to be, and the person that I know that I can become, the person that I aspire to be, then it's just only going to be a matter of time before I find somebody that's been doing the same thing for themselves and want the same things out of life that I do. For right now, leave these women alone. Leave them alone. As of right now, they're distractions. If you're still struggling with certain things like certain habits, or you stressing about getting your money right, you stressing about that business that you want to do, you stressing about school, you trying to get into college, bro. You trying to become a doctor, a mechanic, it don't matter what it is you're trying to be. Focus on your purpose first, bro. Everything else will follow. I just want to live for God, to be honest with you. And it's not a bad way to live. It's actually the way to live. The Bible says, seek first the kingdom of God and all of these things will follow. That's how I live life. But that's just, like I said, this is just things I learned being 18 and all that. So this is what I learned so far. And I have so much other things I'm going to learn throughout the years. But number 15, you need to have the ability to cut somebody off. If you don't have the ability to cut somebody off, in the long run, you're going to get hurt so many times. You're going to lose so many times. I just feel like the ability to cut somebody off, it is really hard, especially a dude like me who cares about that person and will subconsciously put that person before himself and make sure that they're good and really try with that person, and knowing that they're not reciprocating that same energy will still try and try and try and try. If I didn't have the ability to cut somebody off, I would still be in that relationship from junior year because she wasn't going nowhere. She wasn't going nowhere. I had to make that decision to leave. Yo, she was gonna hold on to me until one of us was 6 feet under, I'm telling you. But as a man, you gotta understand that, like, you gotta be the one to initiate. You gotta be the one to be in control. Like, you know what? This is not working out. Not only just for me, but for her. Like, I'm not happy. She's not happy. I can't deal with this right now. Like, nah, I can't deal with it. I'm sorry. I really hope you the best, but yeah, I'm gonna have to let you stay over there. And it's not only just because of women. I'm saying women because I feel like as a dude, I feel like most of the people I'm talking to are dudes or might be dudes. So it's just kind of a way to me to relate to y'all. But it can go for women too. Leave that dude alone, bro. Cut that dude off, bro. If you know he only wants you for your body, you only know he wants you for one thing, bro, cut him off. If you know he's not really serious about you and he's not genuine, yo, cut that man off, bro. Cut him off. And it's really not only just about relationships. That could be friends. If you know that friend is taking advantage of you and they're only your friend because of status, because they wanna be seen with you, they're opportunists. They know that they can get something out of you, and you know that, man. You know, cut that friend off because that's not your friend. That can go for family. Just because they family don't mean that they love you. Just because they family don't mean it don't really mean nothing. If you know one of your family members is, you know, taking advantage of you, or they look down on you, or they're looking at you for as somebody who's gonna make it out, and they trying to get their piece of the pie. Yeah, cut that family member off. Have the ability to cut certain things off. I don't care what it is, who it is, how much money it can bring, how much success it can bring. If it is detrimental to you, your mental health, your purpose, your relationship with God, your relationships in general, things that are important to you, your morals, if it interferes with your responsibilities, if it keeps you from being a man, if it keeps you from the things that are the most important to you, I don't care what it is, you need to cut it off, bro. You need to cut it off. Number 16, it is very important, especially as young people. I'm not just talking about like men. I'm talking about like men and women, especially like if you're my age, like 16, 17, 18, like this is definitely for you. I definitely listen up. It's important to know the type of man or woman you want to become early as possible. My parents went through this. I don't want to go through that. Okay. My friend went through this. I don't want to be like that. Okay, one of my family members, they went through this. Okay, so I'm not gonna go down that path. Understand the type of person that you wanna become, and you can just strive to be that person right now. And I'm telling you, you're gonna thank yourself later, because if I was the same person I was as a freshman, I don't even know. I'd probably just be doing everything for the simple fact that it can pay me. I'd still be looking at purpose as a money glitch. I probably wouldn't be doing content creation. I probably wouldn't be doing YouTube. I don't even think I would have a relationship with God, to be honest. I'd probably just be going off the rails, bro. But I really started to think, who is the type of person that I want to be? When I pass, which is hopefully millennials from now, when I pass, I want people to remember me as what? What are the certain values that I hold to myself? How do I want to be looked at in the world, or as a man in general? And yeah, just think about it. 17. Now, especially being young, this is a hard thing to do. This is a very hard thing to do. But remember that your body's a temple and you don't have to give it to everybody. There's one thing I stopped doing. I realized that like my body's a temple. It's especially being a teenager, it is very hard to, especially if someone is like applying pressure to you, is applying pressure, they look good, whatever, and they're like, like, come over, we gonna watch a movie, da da da. Don't do it, bruh. Don't do it. I don't care if y'all been in a relationship for 2 years, bruh. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because those soul ties are no joke, bro. Not everybody. I'm not even just talking about women. This goes to the men too. Not everybody deserves your body, bruh. Like it sounds like a weird conversation, but it's true. Not everybody deserves that from you. You know what I mean? And I know that for myself. That's why last girl I was talking to, bruh, boy, it was like every day. I want some. I want some. I want some. I don't do that. Like, I'm straight. I'm not trying to, nah. And another thing too is like, I also don't want no woman to think I only want her for her body. That's one thing I do not fuck with. I don't want no one thinking I'm trying to take advantage of them or I want them just for their body or nothing. If I'm talking to somebody, it is going to be because I like you or I love you and I want you to be my best friend first. Even if we gonna be in a relationship, I want our relationship to be more so like we best friends instead of fuck buddies. Am I a virgin? No, definitely not a virgin. But to be honest, if I had to do it all over again, would I choose to be a virgin? I would. I'm not even gonna lie, I would. But hey, I'm celibate right now, so it's fine. Being young and choosing to be celibate is like, ugh, this is hard, bro. Like, I feel good though. I feel good about it. It's hard. It's a hard thing to do, but I feel good about it. I feel like what Duke Dennis say. He said,
A man who can control his lust is a dangerous man. He's unstoppable, fellas. Lust. A man who can control his lust is a very powerful individual. You can control your lust, you will be unstoppable. Stop thinking with your dick and start using your brain a little bit.
a man who can control his lust is a dangerous man. A man who can, not lust, because you're supposed to flee from lust, but like a man who can control his sexual energy, be able to tell a woman no, even if she looks good, no matter what she looks like. If you're able to tell a woman no, I don't want that from you. I don't want to give it to you. No, I'm straight. I'm cool off that. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, what, like, you're him, bro. Like, you're him. Not a lot of dudes can do that. And I'm literally one of the few that can do that. I am one of the few men in the world that can do that. It's a good thing I'm glad I learned that early because I don't want to just be going and just sleeping with a whole bunch of women. And if I am gonna sleep with somebody, it's gonna be because me and her are like that to the point where like nobody can break that up. And at that point, if our relationship is like this, then I might as well just, it's like, yeah. All right, last but not least, number 18. Everything will work out, just stay consistent. You gotta understand, you gotta know for yourself that whatever it is that you want to do in your life, whatever it is that you want to achieve, I don't care what it is. Just know that if you are consistent and you keep pushing towards that goal, it will work out for you. Just don't give up, don't get frustrated, even though it's inevitable to get frustrated. It's inevitable to have, those nights where you're staying up late, contemplating whether this is right for you, or trust me, I have it all the time. But just be consistent and just know that whatever it is that you want to do in this life, you can do. Because what consistency comes with is experience. And what experience comes with is failure. But with failure comes growth. As you stay consistent, you might fall, but you get up and you learn from that fall. And soon you're gonna be able to get to wherever it is that you want it to be at. So yeah, that was basically the 18 things that I've learned being an 18-year-old. And honestly, most of those things were within the past like year, maybe year and a half. All of it is pretty much like it's pretty recent things that I've learned. So yeah, man, just keep God first, keep yourself first, keep your relationships first, the relationships that actually matter. Just keep those things first, stay consistent, be patient, make sure you're just going about life the right way and just log in, be you. And yeah, I don't really know, I need to come up with an outro. I need to come up with an intro and an outro because I really don't know how to end these videos or start these videos. But yeah, man, I'm just excited. I got my new camera. Y'all finna get sick of me. So yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all later.